There are two ways you can put more money aside towards your investments. Number one is you can spend less, or number two is you can earn more. So if you make $50,000 a year, there's going to be a limit to how much you can cut back on. If you have the ability to live off of $40,000, that means now you have $10,000 that you can put aside for your investments and your savings. If that is enough money for you to achieve the goals that we just calculated, okay, go ahead. If it's not enough money, well, now you have two options. Either you live off of $30,000, that way you can put aside $20,000, or you're going to have to work to earn more money. And this is where you're going to have to be honest with you. Now, one thing that I do want to kind of really highlight here is there is a limit to how much you can cut back on. There's a limit to how many vacations you can not go on. There's a limit to how many restaurants you don't go out to eat. There's a limit to how many shoes you don't buy. There's a limit to how many birthday parties you don't go to. But there's no limit to how much money that you can earn. So this is where you got to find the right balance for you. The most accessible thing, not the easiest thing, but the most accessible thing is to start cutting back on your expenses. And this is where everybody needs to start. You have to start by cutting back, because if you do not know how to control your spending, it does not matter how much money you make, you're going to always be in a financial hole. So you got to start by being able to cut back on your spending. Once you do that, this is where now you got to figure out, how are you going to earn more money? And the most difficult thing that I've seen for people in the 30s is you feel like you are stuck in one particular career path. You've been working at something for 10 years now. You got a degree, maybe you went to grad school to do this particular thing, accounting, engineering, whatever it might be. And now you are so ingrained in this one particular career because you built your reputation, you built your name, you built some networks, and you worked your way up in this career, and you're kind of slowly just moving your way up the ladder. But if you're not fulfilled, either financially or emotionally or spiritually in what it is that you're doing, it is never too late to make a change. And this is so hard, I feel like, for somebody in their 30s, because you're kind of in that middle stage where, on one hand, you're just starting to really see that success that you've been working hard to achieve. And then on the other hand, it's, do I want to continue doing this my whole life? Because when somebody gets older and you start to really make that financial success, at that point, you're like, you know what? I don't have too much time ahead of me. I want to live my life now, and I don't really care what's going on. I'm just going to do something different. You start to see that a little bit later, whether it's in the 40s or 50s, maybe even 60s. But in that 30s, this is when a lot of people are really starting to see the success. You're grinding, you're putting in the work. And to make a change now feels like you're starting back at your 21s or your 22s or your 23s. But the reality is time is going to go on no matter what. And if you're spending your time doing something that you hate, that's not giving you the fulfillment, that's not giving you the financial success that you want, it is never too late to change. Now, this doesn't mean you have to go and quit everything that you're doing now and start doing something completely different. But you can also do something on the side. There are 24 hours in a day. The question is, what are you doing in these 24 hours? You got to sleep. Let's put aside 8 hours for that. You got to work. You have another 8 hours for that. Well, now, that was 16 hours for your sleep and your work, which leaves you another 8 hours. Now, you got to spend some time with your family. You got to spend some time doing your gym, your exercise, everything in between. But you still got a little bit of time left over. Now, the question is, what are you doing with that extra time? Are you using that time to watch Netflix, to go on TikTok, to go out and just waste time enjoying your life right now, being comfortable? Or do you want to use that time to start learning a new skill? And if you are not able to get to where you want to go financially based off of the numbers that you're seeing right now, this is the time for you to go out and do something different. It is never too late. When I talk to my friends, because I have a lot of conversations with my friends about this, I want to grab them by their shoulders and shake them and tell them, dude, you're 35 years old. You are young. You got so much time ahead of you. It's okay to start over. It's okay to do something different. It's okay to do something in addition to what it is that you're doing right now. But you have to actually want to do it, and you got to put in the work to do it. Go out and start watching YouTube videos about whatever it is that you want to do. If you want to start a business, there are millions of videos out there that will help guide you, that will teach you different things. Start reading books. Start learning. That's the first thing I want you to do. In that extra time that you have right now, first start by learning. Read books, watch YouTube videos, listen to podcasts. You don't got to spend any money right now. Just go out and start using your time in a way to start learning. Then I want you to try something. Whether it's going out and becoming a freelancer, you're working for somebody else's business, whether it's going out and becoming a contractor, working for somebody else's business inside of their business, whether it's going out and getting a second job, even as an intern, an unpaid intern at 35. Yes, I am saying that you can do that to start learning, because we're doing this not to earn, we're doing this to learn. Once you learn, then you can earn. But right now you got to learn, go out and get those skills, and then start applying it to yourself. Maybe that means you go out and create something. Maybe that means you go out and start a side business. Do something on the side until you're able to do it full time. And by do it full time, I mean financially. When you see the financial opportunities, not just, oh, I think I can make a lot of money doing this, but when you see the money coming through the door, that's when I want you to start pivoting. And the biggest mistake that I see people make is you assume that you have to start spending money in order to start making money. And the simplest example I can give you of this is of starting a YouTube channel. Anytime I hear somebody that I know, or in my network, or in my network's network, starting a podcast or YouTube channel, the first question everybody has is, what audio equipment do I need? What camera equipment do I need? What lights do I need? How much money do I need to spend to start doing this? But that's the completely wrong question. If you go into the game thinking that the equipment that you have is going to make your business, make your brand, make your creative, make your content, you are completely wrong. It is the content that is going to make or break your brand. What I tell everybody in that situation is, if you want to start a content business, you want to start a YouTube channel, great. Start recording videos on your iPhone, period. Don't spend a penny until you start making money. It's the same in any business model. You got to figure out how to make $1 before you start going out and start spending dollars, because people start spending money in every business. It's not even just the content business. People start spending money thinking that if I start spending money now, it will fix the actual problems in my business. When in reality, what you need are sales, you need customers, you need leads, period. If you enjoyed this short clip from my longer videos, here's another clip that I think you'll love. And while you're at it, if you're interested in learning more about how to start generating passive income, our team put together an amazing guide on how to start generating passive income for free. All you got to do is click that button right over there. Thank you for watching, and as always, keep hustling.